Hi everyone, you're welcome back to my channel. I hope you're all doing great today. It's me again, and I'm back with another message. Today, I'll be talking to us about the master key. So, yes, there are times in our lives when we feel like, all hope is lost. Things are not just working fine in our lives. Doors are closed. We try one thing, you know, it's not just working. We try our hands on different things. It seems like all doors are just closed. We're not making progress. Things are not happening as we expected them to. Right. So when things happen like this, we have to always turn to God in prayer. We have to go within, see why these things are happening in our lives, right? Turn to God in prayer on these, these things, right? Things will be happening in different aspects of your life. Turn to God in prayer. Look for scriptures on these things that are not working well, that are not working fine, that are not going right for you. Look for scriptures. Pray to God. So that song, prayer is a key, prayer is a key, prayer is a master key. Jesus started with prayer and ended with prayer. So yes, that's number one. Prayer is a master key. That's number one. Prayer is a master key. Prayer opens all doors. It opens all locks. Right? That's your master key right there. Prayer. When you turn to God in prayer, doors start to open. Those blocked paths, they begin to open up right before you, right? So yes, the number two thing I'm going to talk about here is doing whatever God asks. Doing whatever God asks with reservation. Without reservation, right? That's obeying God's commandments. Obeying His commandments. We know what this is already. We all know what the 10 commandments is. Thou shalt not commit adultery. Thou shalt not steal. Honor your father and your mother. You shall not bear false witness. Keep the Sabbath day holy. Thou shalt not kill. Thou shalt have no other gods. Thou shalt not make idols. Thou shalt not, murder. Thou shalt not covet. We all know what the 10 commandments is. We obey them, right? We obey everything God wants us to do, right? Psalms 119, 2-3 says, "Blessed are the undefiled in the way, who walk in the law of the Lord. Blessed are those who keep His testimonies, who seek Him with their whole heart." So you have to seek God with your whole heart. They also do no iniquity. They walk in His ways. Seek God with your whole heart, morning, noon, and night, right? And walk in His ways. Walk in His ways, right? When you walk in the ways of the Lord, you receive blessings from Him because you're obeying. Obedience, right? So yes, obedience. I talked about, number one thing I talked about is prayer. Number two, obedience. Obeying God's commandments. That's number two, right? When you obey God, when you walk in His ways, when you do what He requires of you, things start happening for you. Things start changing for you, right? So then, that's that on that. Number three thing, which is the most important, is love, right? Love. When you walk in love, all things are made perfect. When you walk in love, all things are made perfect. In fact, the truth of the matter is, once you start walking in love, right? Once you start walking in love, you know, you find yourself doing all of these things. You find yourself obeying God's commandments. You know, if you're walking in love, why? So, if you walk in love, you love the Lord, right? Why would you not want to obey His commandments? So, why would you not want to pray to somebody that you claim you love? Sorry, to your God, to your God that you claim you love, right? So, you would want to do these things, right? You do these things flawlessly, like you wouldn't even think about it because you love the Lord, right? You would obey His commandments, you would pray to Him. You find yourself doing these things without even knowing that you're doing them. So love makes it all easy. Love makes it very easy for you to obey God, obey His commandments, pray to Him, do everything, seek Him, because you love Him. So this is like the most important thing, right? This is the most important thing. Love. That's like the highest vibration, right? If you operate in love, right? If you operate in love, just try it. Love God, love all men, love all things. Just live and walk in love and see what happens. These doors will start to open. Your paths will start to clear up. Because this is the attitude that God wants you to, be in at all times. Love. He says in one of the commandments, love your neighbor as yourself, right? So if you're doing this, living in love, walking in love, if you're doing everything in love, I tell you, you won't even know. You check, you look at these things, you look at these commandments, and you start checking them, or they would have been checked already, because you walk in love, you live in love, right? So you find yourself obeying God's commandments, you find yourself seeking God in prayer, right? Walking in His love, doing all of those things. So it's just that simple. That's the master key. Prayer, obedience, and love. They are all in the master key. These things here, they make up the master key. These three things that I've just spoken about, they make up the master. If you have all of these three things, and you have the master key to open all doors, to open all locks. You have the master key to open. Just try to do those things. Seek God in prayer, obey His commandments, love all men, and see if these doors that you've been trying to open, or these doors that you've been knocking on, see if they won't open. See if they won't open. So that's that. I gave this message before, but I had to come back to give it again. I wasn't satisfied with the first one I did, so I think this is better. So yes, that's all I'm going to talk about for today. Obedience, prayer, and love, the master key. So yes, I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace and blessings. I love you all with the love of God. Bye.